Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg, sunny Winnipeg. Yeah, it's supposed to be nice for the rest of the week. Fingers crossed. All right, so we are going to have to do Missy the dog backwards today because I'm a little bit late because I went and did grocery shopping first thing this morning. And Missy was a little bit early. So, yeah. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. We'll try and get it right tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sort of a person of routine. I've noticed that. Well, I think probably most people are. But anyway, now, when I'm going to shut that off eventually. I just want to let it run down just a little bit more so that when I shut it off, the spring is not under like full wind tension. Right now it's run almost a week and it's still gonging, but once the gonging and the chiming, I can tell it's just about ready to stop, I'm going to switch it off. And we'll just have the clock ticking, and that's all we're going to have. Yeah. It seems that I can only put up with that thing for about a week. If you remember when we first started doing this model table thing, I had all 5 clocks going at the same time. Like the one in the hall, it bongs. It bongs at the hour. Then I've got the 4 in here that play chimes, as well as the gong, and I had them all going, and it was terrible. When I wasn't trying to talk to the camera, it was fine, and I kind of liked it. But then when I started doing this model table thing, it just I could tell it just wasn't going to work out. It was too distracting. Yesterday, when I was soldering this and I was getting way too much solder in where I didn't want it, and it kind of plugged up that grate, you will remember I had originally said I didn't have any solder wick, and by solder wick I meant the stuff that you use to like a blotter for solder. That's what it is, and it actually works not too bad, but I don't have any. And so I did have that bulb somewhere. I've got that bulb that sucks the solder out. That I've used that before down in the workshop. I can't remember why, but I do remember using it. It did sort of work. But then later in the evening, I was thinking about maybe I could take some wire here. Like one of these wires, peel the jacket off of it, and you know how it's got all those really, really, really fine wires inside after you take the jacket off. Well, I could use that as a solder wick. And then one of the viewers made the comment. He said that if you take a coax cable, and the insulation jacket that goes around the coax for that wire mesh stuff, and then you can use that. And I do have some down in the basement. I could go and get that, but I want to try and get rid of that excess solder that's plugging up I want to see if I can do it. It'll be kind of fun. I'll do it on camera. We'll use the macro lens, and it could turn out to be a disaster, but I actually think it's gonna work. I think I'm gonna be able to blot that solder out of there. Yeah. Haven't done it for that sort of thing for a long time, but I have done it in the past, years ago. Okay. What are we going to do here today? Well, we're going to have to move on, I guess, in step 23 after we get this thing finished, because the only next thing we can do with it would be paint it. Now, it does want to have this little base put on it, the R8. And one of the viewers, I think it was John maybe, or somebody mentioned that he thought that possibly because there was that blob of solder there, that this R8 may not fit where it's supposed to go. Well, we'll soon know. Okay. No big news. For me, the big news is I finally got food in the house that tastes good. And I deliberately did not buy any meat. Yes. It's first of all here in Winnipeg. It's very expensive. I don't know what's happened. If the cows all got together and said, "Hey, I guess cows. You have cows for milk, and if you want, and beef cattle would be a different type of cow, a steer or something. I don't know. Anyway, how can you tell I'm not a farmer? I know what a cow looks like, and that's about it. Okay. And meat is really expensive here in Winnipeg. I didn't buy any, and for two reasons. First of all, I was eating too much of that ground, even the lean ground beef. Apparently, there's a lot of saturated fat in it, and I have been eating a lot of that lately. And that also McDonald's soft ice cream. I got to cut back on that. I went out last night on the bike for a ride, and don't you know, my bike, I tried to drive past McDonald's, and I was fighting with the tiller there, and it just that bike had just turned into McDonald's, and before I knew it, I was ordering a soft ice cream. Oh, gee. Well, okay, enough foolishness here. Let's get going. Let's get going.
Morning, Ron.
Good morning. Good morning.
Gonna be a beautiful day.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, she hiked me right out into the high grass. You might as well be in a swimming pool out there. It's so wet.
I was out and did groceries already this morning, and I had to clean my windows off before I could go.
Oh, yes, we have some bananas.
I think you dropped part of it, Missy. It's on the floor here. I'm pretty sure part of it fell on the floor. No, maybe not. Maybe it's my imagination. Yeah, we got bananas, that's for sure.
Great day for a motorcycle ride. The world is going to dry out, I think.
Now, where did they go? I'm pretty sure I heard something fall. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it was my imagination.
I didn't hear anything.
No, I guess not. Well, she's looking. Where did that go? She says, I remember something fell out of my... Oh, I see it. Oh, there it is. Look. There. Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens when you take big chomping bites. So the world smells good today, does it, Missy? It's garbage day.
Oh, big day. Big day, garbage day. In the canine world. You're the best, Uncle Ron.
Thank you, Missy.
Just the best. So we'll open this door, will we, miss? Thank you for your kindness.
Okay, thanks, Max. Yeah, that's beautiful out there.
Yes. And not too humid. Yesterday morning, the humidity was 100.
Bye, Missy. Okay, a lot of time has passed here now. In fact, it's just after 3 in the afternoon. Yeah, life has gotten in the way of the model table. I did go to Tim Hortons, and I did snap a picture of the Lucky Loony. Okay, now this right here, there's just two squares, you might say. that are filled in that I want to try and remove. And so what I'm thinking is that this wire, first of all, I'm gonna treat it with flux, so that the solder will have a tendency to want to stick to it better. We will put the macro lens on, but right now I'm a little bit concerned that the heat is going to travel out and release my connections here and here and here and here. And so I'm just wondering if maybe I can take a self-locking tweezer. I was thinking of putting it on there to act as a heat sink. And I'm pretty sure that would work. But on the other hand, it could be that they are going to be just a little bit too strong and might bend the antenna. Going very gently now. Okay, well that's okay if it lifts it up. That's all right, no problem. See if we can get this one on now. I should really have the macro lens on right now for this. Yeah, I'm going to put the macro lens on and try and get in a little closer here. Okay, we're doing just sort of a dry run here. And I want to try and get this tweezer on. I find that if I lay it down flat on the green cloth, it is just about the right height, but I can't open the nose, so I'm just going to use a screwdriver here to sort of pry it open, and then we're going to slip it on very gently and release very gently. Okay. Now there's our heat sink. Okay, that should work. My next problem will be that if I touch this, am I going to accidentally be moving it out of the field of view? I don't think so. We're going to be wanting to come in with our wire. Okay, just let me get my soldering iron ready, and I'm going to dip the end of this that you're looking at right now into flux. And then I don't think this wire is coated. I believe this is bare copper wire. It almost looks like it's coated, but I don't think they would coat these individual wires when they make this type of wire up. Okay, just let me push stop here for a minute while I get myself ready. Okay, I am dipping my wire into the flux paste, and it's probably, when you're looking at it up close here like this, it's going to look like there's a lot. Well, it probably is, but I've got my soldering iron set for 380 degrees Celsius. Now, what I'm going to want to remember is that when I release the soldering iron, I have to take the wire with it. Otherwise, if I leave the wire there, it's going to end up getting soldered to everything. So everything has to come off at the same time. Okay, so we'll get our flux liquefied. This should work. I'm going to turn my soldering iron up a bit, get just a little hotter. The heat does not seem to be traveling down the... Okay, just hang on a second. I'm going to make an adjustment here. I'm going to bring this tin up to the edge there. It'll help keep me from pushing it away. Okay, the soldering iron is turned up as much as it'll go now. And we should see it when it melts. Maybe this wire is too thick. I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if the wire is too thick. Yeah, I'll put a little bit more flux on there. You know what? The wire's getting hot and it's burning my fingers. Just hang on a second here. Okay, I'm going to come in a bit from the side. just not letting go, is it? And now I've soldered the wire to the... Well, let's just straighten it out here. Oh, that's kind of working. Let me, maybe what I should do is just wipe the solder off of the tip here. Well, that kind of opened it up. Okay, cleaned off the tip. Well, it's kind of open. It's better than it was, let's put it that way. Better than it was. Okay, I don't know how I can best hold this so that you can see that it is better than it was. I'm going to have to call it quits though for today's episode. It's getting on. It's going on for 4 o'clock now. Yeah, we're going to have to find that little part that goes into that hole in the bottom here tomorrow and just try it and see how badly I'm going to have to maybe whittle it so that it will fit. It might fit really good. We'll just see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. All being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.